starting it, I would like to thank Dr. Vijay Pandit and Ms. Sita for giving this opportunity to us. And I would also like to thank all the people sitting on the chair. I will be reciting a poem and the background story of this. The name of the title I've given is Beyond the Silence. So here we begin. I saw things never meant to be mine, a flicker of something beautiful, a world just out of reach, a dream that vanished as I approached. I longed for love, but the way earth aches for rain. But I kept still, trapped in the fear that speaking would cause it all to disappear. There was a voice inside me, soft and trembling, wanting to call out, but I buried it under the weight of silence. You were near close, close enough to feel, but never close enough to hold. I mistook your quiet presence for something unspoken but rare. I walked behind you, always behind, not because I did not want more, but because I was afraid that stepping forward would mean losing you completely. So the background story of this point is I wrote this piece for myself when I longed for love like the earth aches for rain, quiet, deep and restless, and keeping still out of fear. There was a voice inside me, soft and trembling, wanting to call out, but I buried it under the weight of sadness. I walked behind the people I loved, not because I did not want more, but because stepping forward felt like risking everything I owned. If you have ever kept your hand close to your heart because the world seems too big, you know what I mean? If you have ever traded your truth for the safety of being unseen, then you will know the cost of silence. It is slow and it is heavy. It teaches us how to shrink. But here is what I've learned from my silence. Silence can shelter you for a season, but it cannot make you whole. My point taught me that speaking, even when it trembles, has a strange and radical power. Words can stitch a wound, and a word can call someone close enough to hold. Words can make a flicker become a flame. When I read those lines for the first time aloud, something shifted. Something shifted in myself. The fear didn't vanish, but it lost some of its power. The world did not crumble, people did not run away. Instead, someone, perhaps many, many stepped closer because they recognized their own hurt in my voice. So today, I stand here to say this simply, your silence is not your strength, your silence is not your shelter. It is the room where your courage waits for you to open the door. If you are carrying unseen scars, if you have a voice that trembles, wants to be heard, give it here. Start small, share a line from a poem, say one truth to a friend, write it down and keep until you can say it aloud to your friends or the public. Because when you speak the truth, we do not heal ourselves. We give permission to others to do the same. We make the world less lonely. We turn private hate into shared understanding. We turn fear into belonging. My life is not a story of perfect endings. It is a story of walking forward despite the fear